Hello, everyone. Welcome to the kitchen. Okay, it's almost Christmas. 6 days till Christmas. I am in the kitchen. Yes, I have to go out to shop. Have family coming in, so that's that. But I wanted us to talk about this old man. We have to talk about Joseph Boakai, the president of the Republic of Liberia. I want all of us to listen to what he said yesterday. Okay. Now, first thing that we all must understand is when when a nation when a nation when a nation suffer war, epidemic, pandemic, any type war where a nation, um, the World War II is was fought in many theater, not just not just in Europe, even in Africa it was, because most of the people um, from around the world were a part of what were happening in the United States. Okay, a lot of people were involved of what were happening in the United States, meaning other nations were involved. So it was something about the world as at large. Now, I need all of us to pay attention because I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play this video, and I want you to listen. When a nation suffer or experience anything catastrophic, the leadership that takes over that nation has the responsibility. Okay? Okay, I'm all set, so I'm gonna roll this. Okay, I need you all to listen. As I pull this up, I need everybody to listen. Okay, this has to do with all of us, not just one person, not just Yacindy. Okay, so there we go. This is President Boakai. I started the conversation with, again, welcome to the kitchen. Um, when one tells you they're not interested in politics, they're telling you they're not interested in the well-being of the nation, they're not interested in the well-being of the next generation, or they're literally pretending. They're pretending that they're not interested, which is not a true story. Okay? I will tell you in a moment. So I started with Japan, South Korea, China, the United States, even Nigeria after the Biafra, Rwanda. You can say whatever you want to say. The government that took over shaped the next generation of people, the shape, the morality of the nation, the shape, the law of the nation, and directed the nation path. Now, during the Great Depression with America, where people were looting, people went hungry, people were selling their kids, people were committing unaliving themselves. You know, a president came and promised to do things differently. And let me tell you something, that president was not running. That president was sitting in a wheelchair. That president was sitting in a wheelchair. That was FDR. Before he ascended to the presidency, he already had his plan laid out. The moment he was elected, those plans came to work. The New Deal was about restarting the engine of America. Not only that, relieving the people, rescuing the people. And he said, when we rescue you, we will relieve you. How were they going to relieve the people? First and foremost, it was to reduce the unemployment. Before the unemployment was reduced, to relieve the people from what was happening, okay? There were government programs send out things that people needed to stay afloat. All right. So there was relief, there was recovery, then there was refund, because we did not want to go back to where we've been. Even during the Civil War with America, after the Civil War, in fact, there were compromises, lots of compromises. Amendments were done. The 13th Amendment were added. The 14th Amendment were added. The 15th Amendment were added. There were other compromises. Coming down the line, the 19th Amendment, all of them came down the line. Hey, Brother Joe, thank you for being here. So what were we told yesterday? What were we told yesterday, folks, like grand people? What did you hear? I'm going to play this, okay? And I will play the last video on the project. Actually, I'm going to start with the project, then we're going to listen to this. So I'm going to stop sharing this. I'm going to open the one that he's talking about the project and give you a just a flash, and then from there we can talk about the whole thing, because I'm going to play the whole thing. Folks, I have no copyright to this video. All right. It is the President of the Republic of Liberia. It is the people of Liberia. Okay. Again, I have no copyright. So give me 1 second, folks. I'm going to stop this and I will pull another video up, and then we'll all listen to this old man. What is he saying? Now I want you to listen.
So FOIA project is intended to be a hub for peacemaking in the sub-region. Matabio can drive straight to FOIA, the president of Guinea can come to Foya, even if Cote d'Ivoire will be the other country that will fly. So the project there is an international project intended to prepare Foya as a place where we resolve these crises and making them very private by the president, people meeting there, international meetings will take place there. It's not a Joseph Boakai project. In fact, it started without me knowing because probably they knew that I would have presented it. So it is not a private project. It's a peace building place. It's a place where the sub-region can meet. Heads of state can come there in privacy, meet to discuss regional problems. No matter what we do internationally, first and foremost, we must be able to take care of this sub-region, the Mano River Union. That's the project there. You go there, there's nothing there in my name.
So who's building it? So who's building that project? Is it funded by Liberia exclusively?
It's going to be funded under the Mano River. That means Guinea, Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire contributory.
But it's on already.
It's on. It's been funded.
Why didn't they tell you about the project?
Why they make it so?
Well, you know me, they know very well I would have resented initially because I don't want anything done there. And so they wanted to make sure. But you won't hide it from me. But it's not a private project, it's a national.
Now, Liberian people, who you're listening, it is not his Joseph Boakai project. It is a national project. It is being funded by the Mano River, Guinea, Ivory Coast, I think he said. All of the other people, Madam Bio can draft it, this person will draft it. Now, the question that begs an answer for all of us is that a priority right now? Every day on Facebook, Kwame Opa Wicks is running around. Liberian mothers, Liberian children can afford to go to the hospital. Although the word charity is paying millions of dollars to do that. Liberian children are sitting on the floor. They're going to school in mud building, which I will show some here. Is that right now? Is that a need at this point? Is that a need at this point? So I will stop and I will play the other one. I'll play some of the schools at the end of this. So I want all of us to listen. You heard him, okay? But we already have made contact. Mano River is not sponsoring that, okay? It's not sponsoring that. It's like you get somebody key to your rice kitchen, and that person goes ahead and start a restaurant, although you're hungry. This is what it looks like, where everybody needs to be fed. And that person says, Veronica, welcome. Thank you. Okay. I would like to see the paper trail too, but the thing is, the story is changing every day. So how then do we see the paper trail? The story changes everything. Trelian Pierre told us something else the other day. Yesterday, the president is telling us something else. First, they told us that they know the chief of staff, Steve Koya, who, as he served as his chief of staff of Pape Boakai, $5 million of the people with disability in the lottery, what they call it, Group of 77, they still yet to account for. But this is where we voted for. That's what you voted for. Democracy does not work. When you vote, you worship, it's not going to work. When you vote, you hold the people that you voted for, that you employ, accountable. That's why when all of us go to work, they give us 90 days to prove ourselves. After that, any infraction is documented. They can let you go. And I would say to the Liberian people, it's not a yardstick for success anywhere. That's why we only have one term. That's why our term were marked by protests and stuff. And I would talk about this. I see people were protesting. I saw a lady that they arrested for protesting. I didn't know people get arrested in Liberia for protesting, but that's something we can talk about. Let's watch the rest of the video. That's what I'm going to do today. But I'm in my kitchen. Now I have my food for Christmas for my children. My babies are home. I'm almost done with my decoration. What's on your table? Liberians, when you come under my post and tell me you will stay long inside, we're in your kitchen. We're under your tree, if at all. Okay? Yeah, Liberia do not have Christmas tree. I get that. I understand that. But the point I'm making to you is, can you go to the market? Will you stay out of people in mailboxes? You who telling me I will stay long inside? That's my question. I may. That is correct. What will you be doing? Let's listen to this old man. Where are we? You already heard the first part. So let's go to Pape Boakai now. Let's hear the whole interview. We will hear you.
On the Super Morning Show. My name is Fafney Kamara, and I'm being joined by Kelvin Benny of Prime FM, veteran Liberian journalist, T-Max, director of Star FM. T-Max will lead this special interview with His Excellency on PLBC. We have a host of community radio stations across the country relaying this special interview. Also in Monrovia, we have a couple of radio stations, including OKFM, Joy FM, Prime FM, Sky FM, Truth FM, Cool FM, Punch FM, Bushhorn Radio, and a host of community radio stations, like I said, relaying this. At this time, at this juncture, I'll turn over to T-Max, our lead on this special interview. This is all yours.
Thank you, Bambi. It's a pleasure to be here. We're happy to be here to have some conversation with the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency. To the people of Liberia, today is your moment to have talked directly to your president. This is the first time since he became president to have such audience with his people face to face. So, with much ado, like we said, the station, the program is with Isama Yasu, many radio stations. The intent is to afford you the opportunity that you know exactly what the president is saying, what he intends to do, and what you want your president to do. So, Mr. President, welcome to your station. It's that Sky, and this is LBS, your station that you so much to reach for. And we are glad that, as I said, you have selected us to come and have this conversation with you. So to begin with, we want to know who just said Nima.
T-Max, thank you. Thank God. The opportunity to be on and we may look at the PLBC is coming our way. And we know that so I want to thank all of you who being and partners who have helped us to transform this radio station. The team out here come a very long way. I'm from Foya, from the Sunday, this time.
This week, we're hosting a free trading and investing workshop right here in Atlanta. Inside this workshop, you'll learn you don't need to be a Wall Street pro to trade like one. Instead of getting a finance degree, what if you could
I'm sorry, obviously we will have this moment because there's a commercial that is going on. Okay, so let's
all the
go
way
ahead.
to tell my brother my hands. Little kid walked from Foya, lived there, went to industry, have After that, came to Monrovia, tried to go to school, couldn't go.
Okay, we now hear that story. We want to see what impact he's making now.
I did everything. In that story, and I'm here for that.
When did you conceive that idea of wanting to be president? Because you were
not president, as I told you. I always wanted a leadership that would lead this country by example, a leadership that really cared for that know the country, know the history of the country. Nobody had to tell me anything about here. I live it. I used to live in funny way. We used to sleep on the floor there and so forth. So I know what rescue, you believe, people were going through a lot of problems here. Although sometimes when you live in a situation, you live it, and the powers that be, you got to satisfy them. But we knew that people were going through hardship. You knew that people needed electricity. People needed good roads. People needed some affordable food, and people needed a lot of things.
I'm going to come in a little bit. Now, here it is. We heard the story that Joseph Boakai lived his lives. We also heard I can ride a what do you call it, a wheelbarrow if I don't need a luxury car. 2 months later, he had $1 million plus more convoy. We heard I walk to school. It's going to 3 years. 2 years is over. You know who understands that and walk that talk? Thomas Sankara. Is showing in his actions. You know who understood and understand the hardship and the power that be? That would be Ibrahim Traore. In his first year, you know who came to rescue or came to add to would be Madame Bio. No, I'm sorry, not Madame Bio. John Mahama. In the first 30 days, he addressed his people. He consolidated agencies, different ministries. He hired people who were cross-trained instead of expanding the payroll. He brought down inflation. He mounted the pulpit every month to tell the Ghanaian people what they are doing. At this point, they're negotiating to have a 24/7 economy, inviting people to come to Ghana, increasing the width of the electricity, the internet base. That's somebody who understands. Right now, Ghana is negotiating, which I do not agree, with Turkey to get some of the brightest mind, because Turkey needs some professional people, I think, in another country, okay, to go there and work to help the economy. Begging and spending it is not understanding the situation. Boakai cannot point to the power that be when he is the middle of the power that be. Over 45 years, from Tarbert to Godot to Ellen to now. And you know what is bothersome? It's the Papa Boakai. It's different people to different, whatever is happening. He's like a Camilla. During the election, this Papa, like he was going. He didn't have any time. Everybody said the Papa will not last. Joalu then, they pin it on other people. It were UP people. The Papa will not last. Remember the Papa fainting at the airport. Then they air it so the war can feel sorry for him. In 2 years, this man had traveled 30 times with no less than 30 entourage. He's telling us, me, I'm in the kitchen. See? Here I am. I'm about to put food in the how you call it. When you tell me I will stay long inside, I will not. You see right here? I'm going to turn my stuff around. There go my fridge. When I turn this around, when I open up and my kids come downstairs, okay, they open it, food. I'm about to take out jollof rice. That's what I'm going to eat. Yes. May not sound good, but it is correct. When you are telling me I will stay long inside, you're telling me you're okay. You're okay with your brothers and sisters not having health care, not even being able to afford to see a doctor. When a child is sick, has spinal problem, and she stay in a room that may be 120 degrees, 24/7 because her parents cannot afford. When a woman is in an accident and the car or motorbike is hit by a former justice's, Supreme Court justice children, they pick her or they drop her to the hospital. No police go to investigate. No police go to arrest. What happened to investigate? And this woman is coming on and pleading for help. She's laying on her back. She does everything in the same place. And nothing happens. When you're saying that, I will stay long inside, that's what you're saying to the rest of us. That they are not important. That they don't matter. That your country don't matter. Okay? So long you and your family and your friends, so long your tribal men, so long your political party is in power, you know, it don't matter. It's like here, everybody screaming the orange man. Farmers are losing their farm, and they will tell you if they will lose their farm for somebody else not to be president, and the orange man can stay, they can lose a generation of their lives, investment, and they're okay with that. That's what you're saying. Come on, bro. All right. He came up with that story. People are suffering. Do you understand the country? How many countries has Boakai been to since he was elected? Did Boakai tell you yesterday how many jobs he had created? Did he tell you yesterday? Yes. The school children, yes, not being abused. I didn't hear the question answered. You see, Sis Marita and all of you, Brother Randall, Sis Dolly, my own family, Brother Dada. Thomas Asumana, I'm ashamed of you as my brother, as a trusted ally. For you to come on my platform, the nerve, and try to disrespect me, because that's what you are doing. Somebody who are trusting in, that joining with me for justice in a better Liberia, to make a cheap excuse. I'm not going to use word because you're my brother. We're going to go beyond here. For make a cheap excuse and say children sitting on the floor did not start under Boakai. Boakai have been being power going to 3 years. Okay? People walking the street in Burkina Faso, they start under Ibrahim Traore. Okay? Japanese people not being able to go to school, okay, because they didn't come from the royal family, did not start doing after the war. But guess what? That time, the leader that came in amended the constitution. Education became compulsory for all Japanese, because they believe that when you educate the population, you educate a nation, that nation is ready to develop. Okay? It is start on a Boakai. Boakai will not buy $100 million worth of car either. Boakai did not have money to run around every month to get on the plane. We are, in fact, when he almost died, we have to pay for him to leave the country. When he fell off and ended in ERW hospital, Alexander Cummings and other people have to pay for him. Yes, it is start on a Boakai. But Boakai were elected. People like you told the world, Boakai were elected to fix it. So don't come under my post with that insensitivity. You know me better than that, Thomas, and I'm calling you out. because you're somebody that I trusted, you're somebody that I joined with, you're somebody that I protested with, you're somebody that stood for justice, you're somebody who stood with me in next police office to air out, to say we are gonna be the country should not get any money because the money is not being used on the people. Then you're telling me they start on a Boakai? Shame on you. Shame on you. Yes. Why did they not make we are there? Children studying on the floor did not start on a we are. Studying the government did not start on a we are. Paying government official 10 and 20 and $30,000, they start on a we are. They start under the UP. How dare you live in America where your children can go to school? You and myself, children, my nieces can go to school based on merit, hard work, in a place that is conducive. In my classroom, I got 31 chairs. Last year, I used to have last year I had 33 students in my class. This year, I have about 25. Okay? A total of 100, depending on, that's the highest number is 25. The highest number now is 25, but I got 31 just in my class. About 40 chairs. I got my desk. Then I have a table, another desk to put my things on. I got a picnic table, which is a desk. Then I have a desk in the front of my whiteboard. I got a projector. I have a whiteboard. I have a digital system. I have every tool that is qualified AI for education in America, given to me free. I have Adobe Pro. I have Magic School. Okay, what else do I have? Let me put on here. Okay, let me just put on here and tell you some of what I have right here. Okay, I got Microsoft Copilot. I have access to all the libraries in Georgia, additional libraries, or any library for that matter, as an educator for research purposes. I have grants and stuff available to me if I'm ready to get money for my kids, for projects, for undertaking, for research. And you can't tell me it is that on a Boakai. Boakai was in charge, along with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf after our war. Those were the normal type people that were supposed to set the tune. Those were the people that were supposed to do the reconstruction of Liberia, set the moral principle, set the legal principle of perimeters. Then you can't tell me they start on a Boakai. Mr. Kemu, I'm trying to. You and myself were here behind we are. The people elected Pape Boakai because they said he could change it. He told us he could change it. Pape Boakai have now gone. How many times has he been to Grand Judah saying he took over? To talk to the people. How many times has he been to Grand Crew to talk to the people? How many times has he gone to Maryland to talk to the people? How many times have you gone to Buffalo to talk to the people? How many times has he gone to Nimba and covered the whole Nimba country to talk to the people who overwhelmingly voted for him? So yesterday, day before yesterday, he came out. There will be no street selling for the Liberian children. Great, I embrace it. As an educator, that's my heart, that's my place. What is the plan? If you tell the child don't steal, but you don't provide them food to eat, you want to beat them, fry their finger. Yes, we all whenever we have to go. But we want change, we must change the ruling principle of Liberia. This papa sit in the chair and tell us the people started a project for $16 million because it started with 10 million, then went to 16 million. Now they're telling us 6 million because we don't know where really it is. Okay. Thank you, Sis Eleanor. Okay. You come back to tell us. Let me play that. that the people did not tell you. The Liberian people did not give their country to any other person. They give it to you. It is your responsibility to know. The people that you assign, they work at your will and pleasure. As such, before they cannot make decisions unilaterally, especially where Liberian children are going to bed without food. Women are still dying in the hospital. Right now, I'm in a data. We'll call people, and they will call all through the night who cannot afford to buy a bag of rice. Our people don't want to be Becca or Boakai. They want to have an opportunity to have decent jobs. Liberians are not lazy. I know that because I live in the United States. Our women are some of the hardest working women in the world, even in Liberia. When I was growing up, my grandfather would hire the cook to go and brush the farm. From there on, the rest of the work the women were doing. After they brush the farm, they burn it. They scratching, they weeding, they harvest, the women with their children on their back. Grandma and them will go fishing for us to have good food to eat. So nobody can tell me about Liberia's story. I'm going to bed hungry because the food was not enough. I know the story. I walk barefooted. I've had jika on my toes. I would like to wake up in the morning, early in the morning, we as children, to go watch the bird, where the water cold will fill your little legs. Sometimes depending on the stuff that is on the road, will cut your leg. And you have to come from there, come home, go to school in the afternoon. I know that. I know that. I know when grandma or my parents, they didn't have chicken soup or soup, that they have to go get mushrooms, the one from the bar of the palm tree, to use it as seasoning. So I know that. Ain't nobody in Liberia can tell me junk. That's why I feel the need to be where I am, to stand up for Liberia. Okay? So the old man cannot come and sit here and talk to us that we're stupid. My dear uncle, come on. Thank you. I'm just telling the truth. Papa is telling us that the people undertook a project. He's not in the know. The Liberian legislature is not in the know. It's a breach of the law. You tell me another nation in the 54 country got together without our president knowledge to undertake a project in our country. That means somebody can come and build a biological weapon lab in Liberia and he will not know. And all of our workers dead. Y'all tell me if this is a lie. I came to this country, no man, no power. When I got here, the Second War broke out. No man, no power, no sister, no uncle. I learned to survive. I didn't steal for anybody. I didn't run prostitution. I worked my butt out. A lady told me, go to the community college up there. Liberia were in the news. Go do your TOEFL. Go take your tests. Here I am today. That's why I speak. I speak because a nation that did not know me, did not know my father's name, gave me an opportunity when my own country, my own neighbors, my own classmates wanted to murder me and my family. Number one, during the war, most of the time I got fought over. Either I was Congo because I'm brown skin, or our government official girlfriend and I was just a teenager. Then when I got on the other side, or our rebel girlfriend. So I know what it's like. Some of you talking because of your tribal people, that your political party. Listen, UP is the party of Nima people. Jasim Fiado, that rooster come from Nima country. You don't make it, it's not Lofian party. It's a party for Liberia. Cassidy of Lofa country. Pole, Gepra Pole of Bon country. That is a grand coalition. That a Boakai party. Boakai were not even in that party. That Edinburgh Boakai. But when you come and you defend because of your tribe, you defend because of your party. I don't give a fig about party. Even when it comes to the children of Liberia, even family, I will come for you. Ask my mother, she will tell you. She will tell you. Ask my late brother, Dr. Emmanuel Dolo. He was a advisor to this Papa Boakai. My brother was like a son to Boakai. I stood against them. During the Ebola, I was the face of Ebola in Liberia. I'm not an opportunist. If even I support you, you do wrong, I'm going to speak up. Thank you, Brother Joe. Those who know me, I speak my truth. Look, during the second round, even my mother called me. A lot of people call me and say, yeah, you don't have to say anything. That you prepare. 2017, you were the voice for him. Any job you want, you're one of the most qualified Liberian women. You want to be ambassador, you want to be the any job you will have it. I see people running around. Where were you? These opportunists, these bottom feelers who have no conscience. Okay? The things that we stood against yesterday, all of us together that we spoke for. Now it's okay. How can that be okay? So your morality is a morality of convenience. Your morality is an untested one. Once you're put in a position that you again, you become immoral. You know, you people like you, your character is what the Bible calls you're lukewarm. You are not hot, you are not cold. You are double-minded. And you're unstable in all of your ways. So long you benefit, you don't give a fig what happened to your country. Folks, please share the video. No, I can't be a part of that. You know, my cousin who worked for the first UP-led government told me once, he said to me, Yasendi, you can't survive in Liberia. You're too idealistic. You will either get frustrated and leave, or they will kill you. So just stay in America. You know, when America was going on, a lot of people fought. When America was being ruled like this by gangsters, mafias, the one from Italy, the one from Ireland, and all the different groups, everybody had their own segment. They call at the time the political machines. The spoil system, where Liberia is, America has been there. If you study history, you know why some of the well-to-do, the very well-to-do children learn philosophy, learn history, learn economics. Those are the things that rule the world. That when I come to here and I'm agitated about what is happening around, my husband says, you indulge so much. Because I can tell those tales. I can tell based on story and history. He also can, but I'm more involved, okay, to see. So when it happened in Europe, what was next? What was the process? When Plato said in the analogy of the cave, we left the cave, we were one chain to that cave, to the wall. We saw those shadows on the wall and we thought there were something. We thought there were people passing because that's all we knew. You know, Maya Angelou said, you do your best. When you know better, you do better. When was the last time Papa Boakai came to the United States and Liberian people took their children out of school to go stand outside and wait for him? Hell no. When was the last time you saw presidents moving around in the United States and they cancel school for the children to go stay in the school? Hell no. When we have even the governor coming to our school, our principal is the head of the school. Number one, the district must know. There are a lot of processes that goes because the children are the future. It is our job to protect the children. That's why teachers, educator, you know, when you say about to say, I'm a teacher, they're not just in the classroom. Teaching have many faces, many faces. You got people who manage other people. I work in an environment where you turn around and say, doctor this, doctor that, doctor this, doctor that, with multiple degrees. Most teachers are cross-trained. And there must be lessons. They have to do background check. Your fingerprint is taken. To come under here and tell me the war didn't start because of October time. The war was the accumulation of 130 some more years. 1980 was the accumulation of what? 130 some more years. The bottom came off on a door because he came to be a teacher. He did not change. We reached the boiling point on a door. Yes, I can speak to that. Liberia has had flawed president. Todman were corrupt, prejudice. Like I said, growing up as a kid before 1980, I know our country, but I didn't know about tribes. On the door, I learned quickly about tribes. And by 1990, oh yes, we learned about tribes. After door, we learned about political party, tribes, and county. Because I come from a county that is literally a salad bowl. It's like New York. Grebo, Basso is the melting point because of the conception, the places, the schools, Ganta Medalist, Timaris, Yene School, Zonto Mission, all of these places, the Yekepa, the Buchanan. So we're melting pot. My innocence said, he no. Then we came to Morovia. Then I was simply just a country girl. Where the story of Godfather rings. Then Talbot. Yes, he had me at being the best place, but he was a flawed character. He liked little girls and wanted to change the age of consent from 18 all the way down to 12 or 13. Sleep with people, little girls, and dump them on campuses. So Boakai will be the most seasoned, the most educated, the most involved in government 40 some more years. You would have thought he would step down running. First, my time here is over. I'm supposed to be here for 1 hour. Okay? You would have thought he would hit the ground running. He gave us this sweet talk that where we will eat. Divisive. Fire people and put his people there. A nephew who confessed to taking our people's lives. Everybody in Lofa know me. You all know where are they here. He the one in charge of all of the country as the interior affairs officer. You have 10 in Liberia. into Lofa County. I'm going to play this and I'm going to go. Folks, respect yourself. Don't come on my post with nonsense. I'm not that. We are not lazy people. Liberians are not lazy. Look at what the Liberians in the developed world are doing in Liberia. Right now, I know people who got the whole family in Liberia. People say, oh no, Boakai is doing. It started, oh no, we are people going back. And Donald Trump had made us believe this is not our home. So you have to understand there is a cost. They're not going to Liberia because Boakai there. We're not staying away because Boakai there or Boakai not there. We weren't staying away even when we were there. I was in Liberia every 3 months. Oh no, we are. Even after I testify, when they have people following me, I was sitting in somebody's house when my girl called and said, tell Yasendi she's safe in Liberia. I was shocked. They knew where I was 24/7. People want me not to go. I said, when that's my country. You're not going to stop us. We're not coming because Boakai is president. Yes, some of you may be because you're looking for jobs. Some of you may be because you want to fit in. Some of you may be because you want to identify. But where you are have been. This is not an equalizer. And to tell you the truth, when you rescue, you relieve. When you relieve, you recover. When you recover, you refund. What are the plan for refund? What is the recovery plan? Okay? When FDR took over America after the Great Depression, they gave money to people. When Obama took over in America during the bubble bust, where people were losing their job, folks, for months, they were sending us money. Instead, when our government took over, instead of giving money to our people to fix their lives, they added more taxes. They charged the children who were on the hustle. You spend $16 million to build a place that periodically or every now and then, that's the same word. Leader in the region will show up, but LU looks deplorable. The foundation of the nation, which is primary education, deplorable. I'm here to see Liberia blueprint for education. Do we have uniform curriculum? We punish the children when they don't pass national exam, but we fail to prepare them. I hear teachers speaking. Let me just coming from Bound or from Mempa. I hear teachers doing calculation in math like they never went. I see teachers looking like they have not eaten for days, and you anticipate that they will deliver. Children going to school hungry, and somebody will come tell me, it didn't start on Joseph Boakai. Is that not why we went to war? Was it not Boakai and Ellen were the first who took over, who was supposed to set the tune, who was supposed to direct the nation? Is that not politics? When I hear Liberian people, are not interested in politics. Eventually, when they call them, they are interested. It's a lie. The way a nation, anyone who tells you they're not interested in politics, they're lying. They're telling you they're not interested in the nation survival, the nation shipping. They're not interested even in the children. They're not even interested in their own life and shipping of it. So most of the time when they say that, they're lying. And I'm going to play this. I'll call out there. My 1 hour is gone. I came in at, oh, my 1 hour not gone. When did I start? Say, when did I come on? I want to be on for 30 minutes. Oh, okay, that's fine. Then I'm doing good. I'm supposed to go off at 1 o'clock. Thank you, Sis Veronica. Thank you so much. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video again of Ome Boakai, so all of us can listen to him, what he has to say. This man say the people came I'm trying to make sense of it. Let's listen. Let's listen carefully. Let's make sense of it. If this makes sense to you, let me know, please, by all means. Okay? If it makes sense to you, let me know.
So, FOIA project is intended to be a hub for peacemaking in the sub-region. Matabio can drive straight to FOIA. The President of Guinea can come to FOIA. Even if Cote d'Ivoire will be the only country that will fly. So the project there is an international project intended to prepare FOIA as a place where we resolve these crises and making them very private by the president, people meeting there, international meetings will take place there. It's not a Joseph Boakai project. In fact, it started without me knowing, because probably they knew that I would have presented it. So it is not a private project. It's a peace building place.
So my question to y'all is, who started this project without he knowing? Because the information minister didn't know. Okay. Boakai is not a king. We have a constitution. He cannot sign a contract with people to build something like that. It's not in the budget. It's not rectified by the Constitution. That's a bridge. That's a bridge of the Constitution. So who started the project? We don't have name. The chief of staff said he didn't know when they interviewed him. Okay? The man who's supposed to be managing the day-to-day of the president's work say he does not know. The legislature said they don't know. Information ministry said they don't know. So who knows? We want to know. Let's continue. Lord have mercy.
So it is not a private project. It's a peace building place. It's a place where the sub-region can meet. Heads of state can come there in privacy, meet to discuss regional problems. No matter what we do internationally, first and foremost, we must be able to take care of this sub-region, the Mano River Union. That's the project there. You go there, there's nothing there in my name.
So who's bidding it? So who's bidding that project? Is it funded by Liberia exclusively?
It's going to be funded under the Mano River. That means Guinea, Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire contributory.
But it's on already.
It's on. It's been funded.
Why didn't they tell you about the project?
Well, but they make it
Well, you know me, they know very well I would have resented initially because I don't want anything done there. And so they wanted to make sure. But they got, you won't hide it from me. But it's not a private project, it's a national. So FOIA project is intended to be a hub for peacemaking in the sub-region. Matabio can drive straight to FOIA. The President of Guinea can come to FOIA. Even if Cote d'Ivoire will be the
What your thought on that? How is that a priority? How? With 90% unemployment, with waterborne diseases being the #1 killer in Liberia, malaria, cholera, dysentery, worms. You see, the ground is so bad when it rains and people walk in the water with barefoot and they have an open sore and a cut, they get this infection and the leg gets swollen. They think they have elephantiasis. How is that a priority? How is that important? All of y'all who on this Facebook during the corona in the country, US government was sending us check based on how many people in your household to stay afloat. Boakai took over, although he told us our people were dying, they were hungry. Instead, he added more taxes. They said they added some more taxes. Charged the motorbike riders almost $4 million. Gave out all the contract, including our ID, to foreigners. Our waste management to foreigners who are known to be crook. Ghana put them out. First, share the video. And those of you who tune in, let me say thank you to you. I'm gonna go eat. And Sejami, you're welcome. All of you welcome. Okay, if I didn't see your name earlier, welcome. I call it. All right. George Formula once said this. This particular group of Liberians in history, the most educated since the life of Liberia. You want engineers? We can produce dozens for you. You want doctors? Advanced, specialized doctor? We can produce dozens and dozens and dozens for you. But they will not be here, they will be here. The neurosurgeon, the head of trauma in my state, is a Liberian, Dr. Masoud. I always break about him. Nurse practitioners, that one you got a truckload of them, specialize in different things. Like not in Liberia, and not everybody that everything to every day. Neonatal, maternity, you name it, geriatry, different specialization. You want educator with advanced degree in licenses for planning education. I know Liberians that are principal at major school. My school got 1,800 children about. That is almost 2,000 children. My grade level have more than 20 teachers each. That's 5 content teachers each. So if you have history, you have 5. You have social, you have a science, you have 5. Language art, you have 5. Math, you have 5. This is one grade level. That's 500 students each or more for each grade level. So you got 3 different grade levels: 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. That's 1,500. Then you have a specialized group who teach all of the content because the children have some sort of learning or physical disability. And they specialize in that. To teach the whole child. We don't teach them to just memorize. We teach them to retain. We teach them to be able to retrieve in real time. We teach them to be able to put those in practical sense. When I'm teaching you history about the word, I'm bringing the word into the place. I'm letting you travel in your mind. Like when I go back, we're thinking about doing an experiment of what we call prioritizing. I'm getting a jar. I'm getting 5 group of people about Becca Sam, Becca Rock, Mybos, so we can see how the children think, critical thinking. I know I can see somebody taking the rap because the big one putting it there first. And I know those who would think doing this, but I'm going to play this and I'm going to go, folks. My time here is almost there. I watch Liberians. And what I've come to realize is majority of us, we have untested morality of opportunities. You know, some people will yell and say, I will not cheat, I will not do this, I will not do that. You're broke. Or you're not too attracted to the eye. So a lot of people, or you've never been put in a position to do that. When you have been put in a position to withstand and stand your ground, then you're a moral person. I can knock my chest. I've been given many opportunities. Even when Ellen was president, my brother was advisor to Ellen. When we decided to go home, job or offer, but guess what? Even when my brother died and she showed up here, she whispered, why didn't you ever want to work for me? I don't blame those who work for her. They made themselves. That's fine. We decided we'll go to Liberia and be in the private sector and open a business. We could have used the contact within. We end up packing to come back because we spent our money, our retirement. We saw stuff to go to Liberia, and they were roguish, dishonest, bunch of liars, rogues. You will go to an office, somebody tried to make a pass at you. I think a lot of people used to think I'm a young person. I was not a young person. My husband is quiet. A lot of people, even in the community, they didn't know I was married. They just see me because I go, my husband is quiet, he go, he represents, he leaves. They're the same, even when I was president in the community. Boakai had an untested character. They say all men can stand adversity, but give men a power. We're seeing Boakai in his true color. He's telling us he don't know $60 million place is being built. They say not illegal. It's not unconstitutional. That other people coming in our country to build. That our lawmakers do not know. It behooves all of us. I know that you're tribal men. I know that your political party. I know that. I know that. But how about we put the country first? How about we prioritize the children? How about we build the nation? I am just... I listened to you yesterday. I saw a speaker of the nation that lying one that they're paying themselves millions. I saw Nyomli Kanga asking people to send their number so she can give them Christmas. Liberian wash my face and wash my lips. If Nyomli Kanga create jobs, you don't have to send your numbers. If Nyomli Kanga prioritize the nation instead of she, her sister, her sibling, and her children, and does her job, she will not be asking you for Christmas. You will not be asking her or asking me for Christmas. You will not even care if they exist because you have jobs. you will take care of your children. I open my refrigerator. My children don't have to ask me to eat. As I speak, I just came from Costco and Sam's Club in the farmer's market. I don't have babies, I have grown kids, but my grandchildren are coming. My granddaughter will come open this door and be like, Grandma, what's here to eat? She might look there and be like, I don't want that. Can you make me this? You don't have to beat your child because the food not enough. And they stole some because they're hungry. You will not be looking for newspaper to get on Facebook to show you naked with no dignity to beg. You will not have young people on Facebook tagging people to get help when they can work. My baby just came home from college. She already gone back to her job that she was working when she was in high school to make money. She don't even have to stand in line. They told her she could come back. She called when school was closing. They put her on the schedule. She's going to work. You have a speaker in the middle of a speaker who does not control himself, who does not make good decisions, who does not respect the law. And I will say this over and over with no reservation. The Capitol building was burned either by natural disaster or the government in power because they were in charge. We trusted them with our country. They burned it. They were in charge. There were protests that day. They beat up the people the day before and jailed them. Gregory Coleman and his people were in charge of that building. Nobody burned it. The only people I know to burn government building have always been the Liberian government. They burned the mansion, they burned the finance ministry, and they burned the Capitol building and looking for a scapegoat and starting trouble. That's how we got to war. You all saw their votes. You all saw the vote that they just took to sell our country. You all saw that? Liberian people, you all look here. Your country, the people voted. And let me finish with this. Sir Joseph has contract with ArcelorMittal. Okay? Sir Joseph has contract with ArcelorMittal. Batikwa have contract with ArcelorMittal. Jeremiah Kuhn has contract with ArcelorMittal. They're not going to do anything differently. No, they're not. Y'all know Snow and Bio Mountain. They come and talk. I told you, I like to give people props. I told you, I said, what you doing? You're doing it for real, for the Nema people, for the Liberian people. I support you. It's a fraud. He was showing up. You saw how embarrassed he was when they were taking the vote. Let me play it for you. Then I will my 9 minutes is almost there. Okay? And Kim here was talking trash. Nyatwanye told the people in Minnesota they know how to win. All they got to do is they wear around election time, and they will get you and your children there bag of rice and t-shirt. After that, you will vote for them. But you want me, the Master Dallas said today, you want me to go stand up, teach American children, make my nose run, planning, going to meeting, doing this, getting educated every year, certificate, requirements to be met, and take everything from me and my children and give it to you. But then when you get what you want, instead of holding them accountable, you're telling me I will stay long inside, but then you're sneaking in my inbox I must support you. Your children ain't got food to eat. You mind go to the hospital. Let me play this. Y'all listen to these people. These are the people you are elected. This is Sir Joseph, Mr. Overflow.
Senator Westerkamp and Finley. Yes. Vote yes. Senator Westerkamp and Finley. Yes.
I vote no to all.
J. Blavo Brown.
As long as these important bills were not debated on this floor, I vote no to all. I vote yes for all.
Vote yes to all. I vote yes to committee. That's what
You're saying you're being here.
So my panel. I vote yes for all. Yes to all.
They think your joke, or you see you're laughing at you.
Hey, wait, I'm yes to all. I vote yes to all. Yes. Yes to all. I vote no to Oriental, the very bad day. And I vote yes to the town.
Senator Wellington G. Smith.
As a coastal land county, whose interest was not clear in the concession, I vote against all. Honestly, I'm voting wrong. No. I vote no to all.
To our chair.
Yes.
Yes to all. Vote yes. After multiple meetings, I vote yes.
I vote yes for total and no.
So like brand people, let me say, our former finance minister, the king of budget shuffle, who was yelling a few days, they need to scrutinize the budget. The budget was not brought to the floor to debate, but he voted yes to one and the other. They ratified a bill, a contract for $1.4 billion for 25 years. Let me tell you what the story looks like. Okay, what the story looks like when I finish with this, playing this. So let me, y'all listen up. Okay, I want you to listen. Let them all finish. I heard Javon Smith, or there are a few of them. Okay, you saw Nyatwayan, Nima people, you saw Nyatwayan. His face dropped because he knew they were recording him, because he knows he's a fraud. Okay, and I will deal with him in the coming days.
Why is it? Why is it in the rubber that can be that? Section 6. 2 times. Mr. President of the Senate, distinguished members, members of the Senate, total 21 votes, and Oranto 20 votes.
All right. You know, there's a young man on Facebook. His name is Isa. Isa's father used to be a governor, I think a senator in the Isa Baku, you look him up. He does a podcast. He's a YouTuber, a Facebooker. And one day, that people came on his post. Your father did this and did that in Nigeria. You are where you are because your father did this. You know what he said in response? He said, I come on Facebook every day. I walk away from my family because I was idealistic. I suffer for nothing. I just swim in wealth because my father is rich. My father is rich because your father did nothing. He said, my father is rich because, and his children will be well off, and we are rich because your mother and father were busy thinking praises and waiting for God to fight the battle instead of holding my father accountable. So you don't come under my post to say anything. When you are now under my post, you're begging me for money because your parents may continue to make the wrong decision and you continue to make the wrong decision. He said, I do what I do so you can get angry, for you to stand up for Nigeria, for you to stand up for the future, for you to vote the right people in place, for you to go against those people, including my father. But no, you're waiting for your savior to come and save you. That's what Liberians are waiting for. That woman who will almost die for. Batu Kone, whatever her name is, Kanu, that woman. Dr. Richardson and I were the first when CDC came for her. We paid the first lawyer the down payment with our money for her to get a lawyer. A luscious toe was beaten, sat on the floor, handcuffed for days, fighting for her. And they think it's funny. They think you're funny. They think your children laying down and dying with no medical care because you can't afford to. It's funny. They think you're funny because they think you're stupid. Where your children going to bed hungry or having to steal, they think you're funny. They think you don't matter when your children, your young boys cannot afford to eat. They have to go snatch bags in the street. My children don't have to go steal. Even my grown ones, when they struggle, they call their mom and their pa. The last time, when they were warning what was happening here, our oldest daughter, who is almost 40 years old, called and said, Mommy, I don't feel safe here. Do you mind if I came home? I said, your room's still here. I called her pa. He said, but the rooms are here for them. We're here. So my children have a place to come. So when you tell me I will stay alone inside, I laugh at you. I laugh at you. You are telling your fellow Liberians. You're not telling me. I don't remember the last time my cable went off in the last 5 years. I have my cell phone say 1994. You know my number. All of you, my number have been the same. My daughter, 18, she got her phone when she was 9. The number is still the same. It has not changed. My son still have his number when he was 13 because at the time where we gave him phone, it's still the same. It has not changed. But I was still long inside. And Maccabi, I agree. That's where it's supposed to be. John Offset come here to us. We have our city hall every month. There's a meeting here. Every quarter, our lawmaker come and speak to us at the county seat. And in the coming days, I will talk to my little sister. I have not said anything to her. The first time I reached out to her, I sent her a note. Me know how she was here. Leave the country while she's superintendent to come build in Brewerville. I don't see my senator. All my counties, council members taking projects from Lawrenceville to carry to Washington to build it there. We don't even allow you to be comfortable in Washington. They're in studio apartment. When you go to the state, that you go to the Capitol Hill in Washington, all of the rooms are designed the same. The only thing that is different that the picture on the wall and the name on the door. The name and numbers on the door. You don't enter one senator room, it's different. They get Italian furniture, the other one get American furniture, the other one get Chinese furniture. You don't. Everything is the same, including the couch. The only thing that different, the little fridge in there, the pictures that they have, but the designs are the same. It's like a uniform. The meeting rooms, literally the same sizes, except for whoever is named after in the design. How you make decisions without our people? They're laughing at you. Because if your child was taken to the hospital and they put them out and they die, there will be no investigation. That's why they're laughing at you. They're laughing at you because they know when your child is hungry and you put the rest down, your child eat it, you will almost be your child to death because they think you're stupid. That's why they're laughing at all of us. Tell me, in Liberia, how many of your government official children go to government school? Where do your vice president, children, grandchildren go to school now in Liberia? Me and Pegono, the people have been asking. The last we talked, you told me you were doing audit. You were going to have the initial audit before you took over and an audit after. I'm yet to hear anything. But I will come. Guys, you spare that video. I will put that video on my page. All those who voted, there's not to campaign against them. So you brought a budget, no debate. Yeah, good night, folks. Let me go find something to eat. Get my jollof rice. So today, in the kitchen, we talked about you taking a stand, holding your leaders accountable. Democracy does not flourish if the government, okay? The government does not flourish in democracy if the governed do not hold the government accountable. Let me say that my sister said it today, the simplest possible term. It's like you own a store and you employ people to work there. In Liberia, if you turn your back, they will sell everything, put the money in the pocket and go. And how we can do in Liberia? They will go open their own store. And all you building a house. You buy 500 pepper cement. You leave it with them. You don't get out on them. You're not holding them accountable. They will sell it or they will build their own house before they build their own. It's not intentional sometimes. It's human nature, self-preservation. The majority of us are still in survival mode. Most Liberians are in survival mode. And the people you continue to hire. Nyatu Ayan said they know how to win. Jeremiah Kun said they know how to win. When Tanka, they will give you money. When Tanka, they will give you back arrest, they will give you t-shirt to feel like you're part, identity in politics. Those who want Liberia change, truly change, you will not lie about you're not interested in politics because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. Me, I don't mind hurting people's feelings. Even my own family, I can hurt their feelings. That's why they don't want to do. You don't want your friends to dislike you. I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of relationship. Being truthful anywhere, being so far anywhere, it's a risk that people must take. Gandhi almost died. Mandela spent 20 some more years in prison. So Sojourner Truth's mind were used, but they didn't like her. Malcolm X were killed. Dr. Martin Luther King was killed. John F. Kennedy was killed. Sometimes that's the price we pay for public morality. You have a speaker. Oh, they all got a cut. Most of them got contract with those people. Jeremiah Kuhn truck is being used by ArcelorMittal. Why you think they allow the people to buy it? All of them got a cut, including Pape Boakai. So my name again is Yasendi Martin Peye. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm even a granddaughter. Yes, I am a daughter. I'm a grandmother. I'm an advocate. But most of all, I'm a patriot. So have a good day. This has been Kitchen Talk. Check your wallet. Merry Christmas. Will you be feeling your children today? Do you have to beg? Do you have to inbox a few people? If it is, especially if you're in Liberia, look yourself in the mirror and think about the decision you made so far and what decision you made. Not going to vote is not a choice. Voting is a responsibility. Deciding who you're going to vote for, why you're going to vote, how you're going to vote, that's what is important. And guess what? I hear everybody yelling, 2029. Do you know if you're going to be here in 2029? If change will come, it starts now. It starts by holding these people accountable. And when it starts with you. It starts with you looking in the mirror, looking at yourself. What kind of Liberia do I want to leave for my children? Remember, you are in a restaurant. Everything is there. Everything is there. And the waitress or the waiter tell you, eat anything you want to eat. The person coming behind you will pay. You order filet mignon, the best. You order all the food. Okay? After you finish eating and you are leaving, and the waiter tells you, your children will pay. You overeat, you overindulge, you purchase things that otherwise you will not be able to afford for your children to pay. You enjoy now for your children to pay. That's exactly what you guys are doing. You are eating everything that you can, taking loans, flying in first class, canceling out your bucket list, living in opulence. Our children will pay, all of our children. So think about it. Good day. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm out.